Alright guys, today I'm going to be playing an Unlegendary event on the ladder site. Tournament starts at 3 o'clock, or my time. And the only cards that aren't allowed are legendaries. You can play any other cards you want, you just can't play legendaries. So I decided to play dinosaurs this tournament, because I didn't get to play them last week, and I wanted to play dinosaurs last week. Dinosaurs won the event. So I think dinosaurs are like a 50-50 against zombies. I think, okay, so the format, if you don't know, is mostly zombies and decks that aren't zombies, basically. There's dinosaurs, there's a mobility deck that I made that does really well against zombies, but it's really bad against dinosaurs. So that's why I'm not playing it this week. Because dinosaurs just won the last event, so I imagine people will be wanting to play it. And yeah, it's just, a dinosaur deck. Main core of the deck is like the Umbra Clasher, Windweaver nonsense. I'm playing the one Blizzard Shaman just because I wanted an extra Tempest card. And that means, because I only had 9 here, right? And I wanted a third of the deck to be Tempest for Allied Tempest. So I needed one Tempest card to put in, and I decided Blizzard Shaman because it's got decent stats. And it has good utility every now and then. And it's really strong with Umbra Clasher in specific. It's just, it's just a dinosaur deck. You play Umbra Clasher, you play Pterodon Rex, you play Mastodon, and then you beat them over the head with these giant creatures. Razor Tooth Stalker is also a dinosaur, which is nice, because it gets the pump from Mastodon and Pterodon Rex, and helps alleviate pressure from your Umbra Clashers, because both of them want to hit, and so they have to put their resources into blocking one of them. Thunderstomp's a really, really strong removal spell in this format, especially against zombies. It's very good against them. It kills all of their creatures. And yeah, I just play Leyline Golems for the mobility matchup, Aetherphage for basically every matchup. It's good against most zombie builds, it's good against mobility because it takes their Ortec explosives. And I think that's just about it, gone over all the cards. It's a pretty simple deck. So let's go ahead and stop this video and go to round 1. Okay, round 1, I'm playing in a Legendary tournament, and it's against the Echopraxia, who hasn't yet... I just sent him the invite, so he can't have possibly accepted yet. Okay, here we go. Round 1, Unlegendary, dinosaurs versus whatever he's playing. I have no idea what it is. His hand's not great. I'll just play a Pterodon Rex in the side lane, because I want mobility for my Windweavers and such. That way I could play like a creature in lane 4 and then play Razor Tooth Stalker here and pump him. The good matchups for this deck is the mobility deck. Zombies is okay. I'm not actually sure. I built this deck for last week's tournament, but I didn't actually get to play last week. But the Ledger Domain, I gave him this list and he just won with it. So I assume that means it's fine. It looks like my opponent's playing zombies. Yeah, definitely playing zombies. So I'm going to play Razor Tooth Stalker and Mastodon. Pumps both my creatures. Pterodon Rex kind of lives, it doesn't really live. And alternatively, I could play Razor Tooth Stalker and Thunderstomp as Zraf, which would be good if I expect he has a Zombie Dread Knight next turn. And I think that's probably the most conservative play, so I'll go ahead and do that. That way, if he has Zombie Dread Knight but doesn't have a Zraf, he can't really grow his creatures. My Pterodon Rex dies, but that's whatever. It's important to kill the Zraf, because you don't want them to get their regen from their zombies, because like the only good source of regen in this format. They could play Abyssal Brute, which works too, and Necromoeba has its own regen, and those are the cards they mostly play in Legendary. This turn, I'm probably just going to play Mastodon and another Thunderstomp. Thunderstomp's really good in this matchup. It's not very good at rank 1, but rank 2 it does 8 damage to 2 different things and kill like anything. So it's a really strong card. He Discordant Strikes my Stalker, which doesn't kill it, so he has to Zerathswill it. So that puts him at just 1 zombie in play. And there's no point in protecting this Razor Tooth Stalker. Okay, there's a giant white square that, because my antivirus popped up and just wouldn't go away, so that just went away. Shadeclaw Zombie, not a huge fan of. In the format, I think I'm just going to play Windweaver and Mastodon. Kill his Dire Hound and give my Mastodon mobility. Umbra Clasher without any... Oh yeah, Umbra Clasher is really good against in this matchup, but I didn't I didn't ever draw them, and now it's too late. I could play them anyway to get the just have leveled versions of my deck. That's probably what I'm gonna do, and that sucks. Wait, didn't he do that in the wrong order? I would have made the Windweaver a 2/1 and killed the Mastodon. Okay, so I guess I guess it doesn't end up mattering, but it's a very strange sequence to me. I'm gonna go ahead and just I could play Tremorsaur here and make it a 5/8, which is quite big. Is that better than playing... I think Aetherphage is really good in this matchup, actually, though. Because they play a lot of spells. Discordant Strike, Epidemic, apparently, is Wrath's Will. So I'm going to play an Aetherphage and then Umbra Clasher, because I really want a level 1 version in my deck. And I'm going to block with it, because it doesn't have an ability, like, other than, Breakthrough. I think I'm on the back foot this game because I didn't draw the important cards. The Umbra Clashers and the Aetherphages are the most important cards to draw in this matchup. And the Leyline Golems are pretty useless unless he's playing Windweavers, but he's not because he played Discordant Strike earlier. I just don't really have a good play other than, Aetherphage and Return on Rex. Tremorsaur is not amazing in this matchup, though that's strange. I thought he would have played something on the side lane. So what I can do is play Pterodon Rex and Legion Shard it, which sounds really weird, and might not actually be the play. So maybe I play Aetherphage here, force him to move, take his Discordant Strike. Epidemic means he can kill my Aetherphage with the Grimgaunt Predator, but I don't think that matters a whole lot. And Tremorsaur versus Abyssal Brute. Tremorsaur is big, right? It doesn't grow this turn. He doesn't have a level 1 Wrath's Will in his hand. He could have a level 2 version. But if he has a level 2 version, he only has 2 zombies in his hand, so he has to pick the best one. I think Tremorsaur might be a little better than Pterodon Rex. Just because it can grow a little bigger. And I drew the level 1 Umbra Clashers. It's like I'm still in rank 1. Can't really block this Abyssal Brute profitably. I think my best play... Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe I just play the 2 Umbra Clashers and ignore his Dread Knights for now. Hopefully he moves into the Tremorsaur. I think that would be best for me. I didn't do it. So I'll let Tremorsaur grow, and I'll just play my Lashers and take 7 to grow Tremorsaur. This way, if he plays the Dread Knight, I still basically die on the spot. Still no level 2 cards. I think that's gonna be the death knell. I'm already on the back foot, and I can't draw 3 hands with no level 2 cards in a row. And it's not like I played Legion Shard or anything like that. I actually have all the level 2 cards there I should have. So you got the level 2's Wrath's Will. And he kills the Tremorsaur. I think I just have to go full defense. Play the Aetherphage, hope to get a card out of his hand, though it doesn't actually matter because I don't have any creatures in play at the end of this turn. And kill his Abyssal Brute. This kills all his creatures with regen, so if he has a level 2 Dread Knight in his hand, he can't just destroy me with it. Okay, I drew 1 level 2 creature in the in rank 2. That's something. Ooh, got the Leyline Golem. He's not gonna do that again, that's for sure. I actually probably should have conceded and then gone to the next game, so he didn't know I was playing Leyline Golem. But I guess it's a pretty safe assumption that I'm playing Leyline Golem, so yeah, it's whatever. At least I can play Pterodon Rex and Thunder Stomp his Shadeclaw Zombie to kill it, because that's 8 damage plus 6 is 14. And I get to kill his Grimgaunt Predator. And hopefully draw the, level 2 cards I haven't been drawing. Because I only have one level 3 card in my entire deck now. the Pterodon Rex. So how do I salvage this game? I need my opponent to get as level screw as I have, I think. That's the first step. Because if he continues to playing level 3 cards into rank 3, and I just don't have any, I don't think that's going to be too good for me. Alternatively, we can try to leverage around Umbra-Glasher. Okay, looks like he played a level 1 Chrome Predator. And he kills my... Man. So I take a spell out of his hand. He still has a level 3 Discordant Strike and a level 3 Zeratzwill. That was a good pick, though. And then I put Umbra-Glasher here in the side lane. In case I draw a Windweaver, I can move it. I can't really put it next to Aetherphage because it dies to Predator anywhere else I put it. Double Mastodon on the end's pretty nice, though. I can kill his Predator for free if he doesn't just trade with the Aetherphage, which he's not forced to. If he has a level 3 Discordant Strike, I'm pretty much like dead in the water because he could make my Umbra-Glasher a 0/7 and just kill the Aetherphage. I think what I need to do is hope he bricks on a level 3 Wrath Dread Knight combo, any level Dread Knight, but okay, I can play the Windweaver to move it, but I think it lives if I play double Mastodon, right? No, that can't be right. That'd have to be 8. Oh, it does live. Wow. Okay, so because I give it 10 health, and 10 health would be 17 power. And if I move it, it just doesn't kill it. So we'll play first Mastodon here. He played Shadowsmith, which is a bad card in zombies. And he leveled Sarmain, which is another bad card in zombies. So we get to force him to deal with my Umbra-Glasher. He can kill it with Discordant Strike or Epidemic. But his Shake is only at 11, which it's not great for me. But at least I have some creatures on the board now, like for the first time forever. And with luck, he just doesn't have a spell to kill the Umbra-Glasher. With even greater luck, he doesn't have... If he has level 3 Dread... I guess the Epidemic. But if he has level 3 Dread Knight, it gets +6/+6 to hit me for 21 this turn, and then I can't kill it. I think that would be the worst case scenario. Because then it's... And the creature would be like so much power. So I think I'm gonna play Windweaver here, move the Mastodon to block, then block with the Umbra-Glasher because that's 19 damage and it's only got what 6 + 11 is 17. Because it will regen twice by the time I get to kill it. And then he played a Dark Forge, so that doesn't work anymore. Because it'd be 9 + 10 is 19 and new regen 3, so he'd still be able to escape my grasp. That said, I don't really have a lot of other options, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and attack the Shadowsmith, because I need board control and I don't need to deal 9 damage to him. And then play a Umbra-Glasher, because it's the highest power creature in my hand. The Shake-Claw Zombie does live at 1, but that just kind of sucks. I can't really do anything about that. I probably should have played the Windweaver here, actually, next to the Shake-Claw Zombie, so I could move it. That's just a bit of an oversight. Yeah. Okay, so now going into rank 4, I finally have some. I drew basically all my level 2 cards, which isn't surprising considering my deck was comprised of mostly level 2 cards. So now, if I can make it into rank 4 and live, it'd be pretty good to try to stabilize with these level 3 Mastodons and Umbra-Glashers and Aetherphages. And the Windweaver. Windweaver level 2 is way better than Windweaver level 3, but Windweaver level 3 is still pretty good, considering it gives everything mobility 3. It's, quite strong. Okay. So I need another 10 power creature to kill the Shake-Claw Zombie. What did he level with the Shadowsmith? That's Zeratzwill. Okay, that doesn't matter a whole lot. So let's take a card from him, Zeratzwill. I'm gonna save my Windweaver because there's no point in just throwing it away. Attack him, and then make a level 3 Razortooth Stalker. And I drew an Umbra-Glasher and a Thunderstomp, which I'm probably gonna have to play because I need the level 2 Thunderstomp damage, I think, in order to win back the board. If I play Aetherphage, that doesn't really leave me with a whole lot of other plays. I pretty much have to play the Umbra-Glasher because Thunderstomp doesn't have the extra damage if you don't have a dinosaur in play. And Aetherphage is not. It's an insect. It's not a dinosaur. Ooh, this Ratswell level 3 is really disgusting because it kills anything with 12 power. And so it makes a Shade Claw Zombie gigantic, which isn't surprising. I could barely kill that thing anyway. Do I have to throw the Aether Phage in front of this? Not necessarily. If I play the... this is not good. If I can only kill Shadeclaw Zombie by playing Umber Clasher and double Thunder Stomping it, because that's 26 damage. Aether Phage and Thunder Stomp also works, and lets me take a card out of his hand, but it doesn't really matter what card I take, because all of his spells are board control spells, so if he has those, I don't want to take them. I'd rather level up an Umber Clasher, because that has slightly more utility. So 8 damage here, 8 damage here, attack. Hopefully he can't kill me, and I draw something. I guess his ideal hand, or my ideal hand for him, would be like triple Epidemic, double Discordant Strike, or something like that. Like just cards he can't use. If he has like level 1 creatures, that would be bad for me. Like even those Sorrow Maidens. Okay, Abyssal Brute. That's a level 1 creature at least. So, and a level 2 creature. Well, so I'm dead to Dread Knight, but I've been dead to Dread Knight pretty much the entire game, so what else is new? I'm gonna have to kill his... I can't take 15. I think I'm dead here, right? Because if I block both of these creatures, I take 0 damage, and I take 15 next turn, and I die. If I block the Dread Knight and the thing, I take 4, which puts me at 9, and then I take 9 damage next turn, and I die. So, welp. Let's go to game 2. Gonna have to make... Okay, game 2. Let's not get level screwed this time. Let's try our best. Gonna level the Aether Phage because I think it's really good against his deck. And can't Ratswell me, so I might as well play Distorting Strike. Triple Uterodon Rex. The good old triple Uterodon Rex hand. Not sure what the play is here. I could play either Lasher and Rex, which would be fine. I could play Blizzard Shaman. That doesn't seem that great. Depends, because if he blocks, like, I put it in the side lane because if he plays Abyssal Brute, he has to play into the Aether Phage, and Aether Phage has 6 power, so it'll kill pretty much anything that he decides to buff except for Zerath, which would be unfortunate. So possibly shouldn't have put it in the side lane. Yeah, probably should have put it in lane 4. But if I play double Pterodon Rex, my future Umber Clashers get better, but I think Umber Clasher is really good in this not format, what am I trying to say? Umber Clasher is really good in this matchup, so I think if I move, like, I have 2 Windweavers left in my deck, so if I play Pterodon Rex here and Umber Clasher here, and Aether Phage dies, I can put Windweaver in that lane and move to either first, third lane with the Lasher in the second, to try and deal damage to him. I think you probably should play that in the reverse order. Leveling an extra card is generally better than giving +1/+1 in rank 1, for sure. I think Blizzard Shaman's actually... Blizzard Shaman's so loose. Let's just play Shadeclaw Zombie, or Uterodon Rex in front of Shadeclaw Zombie, because it kills it, and Uterodon Rex is not a huge threat by itself. And then just play Umber Clasher in the side lane. Ooh, drew a Thunder Stomp, so now I can kill whatever he tries to block with Umber Clasher. And he can't Discordant Strike my Lasher because it's a 5 toughness. I mean, he can still Discordant Strike it to bring it down to a 3/1 if he wants to do that. But he can't just kill it with Discordant Strike, which is why Uterodon Rex is good. Okay, so now I get to kill Umber Clasher, or Thunder Stomp his... Yeah, when they draw this Wrath and Dread Knight, it's really strong. So if I double Thunder Stomp Dread Knight, I get to kill Wrath and I could block with Mastodon. I think that's probably the best play. Kills my Mastodon, which kind of sucks, but it does pump up my Lasher, which is nice. And I get to kill his zombies. And Shadowsmith, again, just doesn't matter. So if he wants to kill that Lasher, he has to have another Zerath. Actually, I think just Discordant Strike Zerath's Will is what kills it. Creatures don't really kill it. Not at this stage of the game. Wow, I can block Shadowsmith with Mastodon. So he has to have a pretty spell-heavy hand to deal with my Shadowsmith, and this turn I'm probably just going to play Aether Phage Mastodon, possibly Aether Phage Legion Shard, depending on what he, chooses to deal with Umber Clasher. Umber Clasher only works on your turn, because you can't make targets on your opponent's turn. So It's not like Flameblade Champion where it works on both turns, because Flameblade Champion just hits everything. It would be nice if level 3 Umber Clasher hit everything, but the only thing that scales about Umber Clasher is the, its power and toughness. I don't think it should do because dinosaurs are supported tribe. It probably shouldn't be Ortec explosive scaling, but if at rank 3 it just killed everything, that'd be really sweet. And it would be actually a reason to play Tempest dinosaurs instead of just playing Utera Degen, or Degen dinosaurs the entire time for Immortal Echoes and Degen Siphon, which are some pretty ridiculous allied cards. So he's just going to double block the Lasher, it looks like. And he's leveled up. Oh, what did he level up with the Shadowsmith? A Sorrow Maiden, so that card doesn't matter. So now I play the Mastodon and the Aetherphage. I probably want to keep around my Mastodon. Actually, you know what? If I play the Aetherphage over here, then he can't Discordant Strike it. So if I take the Discordant Strike... So this takes 5 damage, I'm pumping it by 3, so it's going to be at 7 minus 5 is 2, so it dies to Epidemic or Discordant Strike, so I can't take both of them. I'd rather him have a leveled Epidemic than a leveled Discordant Strike, though. Now I could Legion Shard my Umbra Clasher to put it at 10 minus 5 is 5, so it couldn't die to... Yeah, that way it doesn't just die to Epidemic. I don't get the Mastodon, but I still kill a Shadowsmith. And my Umbra Clasher kills whatever it tries to block and does quite a sizable chunk of damage to him. Ooh, I drew a level 2 card? That's unheard of. I even played Legion Shard last rank. I just shouldn't be able to draw them. Yeah. But I just... this turn probably is going to involve some leveling up a Windweaver. So he's just content taking 10. I'd probably just play a Pterodon Rex. Abyssal Brute doesn't really matter that much. We'll play Aetherphage here. He doesn't have any spells, and we'll play a Pterodon Rex in the side lane. Because it'll block something he plays there, because he's definitely going to play something there, since he has an Abyssal Brute in play. This way I can block with my Mastodon on the Abyssal Brute, because it'll be 8 power, or 8 toughness, I mean. Though I guess if he has a Dread Knight, that doesn't work. But I still kill it with Mastodon. And I'd rather pump up the Umbra Clasher's toughness than the Mastodon being alive. Thunderstomp would be good to play, but it's much worse than these level 2 creatures, so it's whatever. I'd have to point both halves of Thunderstomp at the Shadeclaw Zombie in order to kill it. Please no Dread Knight. Have Mercy. Okay, he's Shadowsmith. And he leveled a Grimgaunt Predator. So now what I'm going to do is play the Umbra Clasher here and the Mastodon over here. Pumps up my Umbra Clasher and my Pterodon Rex, so the Pterodon Rex gets to block for an extra turn. Doesn't really do that much damage to Shadeclaw Zombie because it's got regen 3, but yeah, keeping Umbra Clasher alive is pretty worth. If I would have drawn a Windweaver, especially the level 2 one I have, that would have been really strong. Do I have the level 2 one? I might not. I don't remember playing it. No, I don't have a level 2 one. So my play's likely just going to be Mastodon, Legion Shard, maybe Pterodon Rex Mastodon, or Pterodon Rex Legion Shard. Definitely one of those 3 cards. The Razortooth Stalker is not good. Playing this at rank 1 is good because you get the... it's a dinosaur, you get the mobility proc, and it's really strong with if it hits them, especially in later ranks. Okay, so we played leveled up a Discordant Strike, killed my Mastodon, gets to play a zombie. That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not a Shadeclaw Zombie. That would be just the worst. If he just doesn't have a zombie in his hand, I think this turn's bad. Like, he just played 2 spells. Okay. Oh, man, it's a Shadeclaw, too. Okay, well, it doesn't kill Umbra Clasher. And... I'm trying to think if I can... If I double Legion Shard, then I get to not even kill the Shadeclaw Zombie, right? Because it'd be 12, 13 damage, and it's 15 power. So let's not double Legion Shard it like a madman. If I play Mastodon here, I kill his Shadowsmith, pump my Umbra Clasher, and then I can... don't have a lot to do there. Basically, this would be the perfect turn if I had a Windweaver. I could also block with the Pterodon Rex here and throw a Mastodon in front of the Shadeclaw Zombie. Maybe I just ignore the Shadeclaw Zombie for now and force him to deal with the Umbra Clasher. So maybe I play Mastodon here and Legion Shard my Umberclasher to, you know, basically make it take no damage this turn. And actually probably should have, for some reason I thought my Mastodon would live. I'm not sure why. I should have played the Mastodon like over here and then killed the Shadowsmith. But apparently I just super goofed there. Didn't think about it. Okay, so if he can't kill the Umberclasher somehow, like with a spell plus a large Dread Knight, no, that doesn't work. So he plays Wrath and Dread Knight. That's Wrath would be a 9 plus 4 is 13, so that still doesn't kill Umberclasher. So if he plays level 2 Discordant Strike, which I don't think he has, that would be -6, so it would be an 11-8, and then he could block it with his Wrath, and it would live. No, his Wrath would die. And he'd still take 9 from Aether, or 10 from Aether Phage. So he's in a bad spot right now. Pretty much anything I can think of leads him into a bad path. The only thing... Yeah, I can't think of anything that doesn't have him die to Umberclasher here. Or not die, but, you know, put really far behind. He's at 24, too, and I have 2 aggressive creatures with 27 power. That's quite strong. Man, drawing level 2 cards is strong. I even made it to rank 4 last turn, or last game. So, like, the Dinosaur strategy is pretty strong, especially with Mastodon added to the format. Mastodon's a sweet card. It lets you live and survive combat a long time. I don't think I played much Umberclasher last game. I could copy the game log, but I'm too lazy, so I'm not going to do that. And I'll go ahead and send him another challenge. Just because I don't like to wait for seeing who sends the challenge. I'd rather just always send it. That way I know. Alrighty, he's on the play again. I think I was on the play the first game and not the second. But this hand's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to play a turn on next Umberclasher. It sucks that I'm not drawing Windweavers and a Thunderstomp next turn, but at least I had like one of them in my hand to get the allied thingamajig. And I still would rather, you know, the same play where you want to kill the... you want to kill this Wrath pretty much if you can. Because it gives regen to all his creatures, and it limits his plays if he has a Dread Knight. That way he can't just go like Abyssal Brood Dread Knight or something and have everything be huge. Like Dread Knight buffing itself is really strong, so you want to limit that if possible. This hand's pretty bad. I just have to play Aetherphage and Uterdon Rex. I don't have Illusion Shard or anything to help the Umberclasher along. He's just gonna like Suicide his Wrath into it, which is pretty sweet actually. And Uterdon Rex is not a great play because he played Sorrow Maiden. So what I'm going to do is play Aetherphage in front of the Sorrow Maiden, take his Epidemic, or his Zerath's Will, okay. Attack there, then play Leyline Golem. Yeah, I don't want to give him a free creature. I'd rather have him deal with a Leyline Golem because he doesn't have any spells in his hand, so he can't just, you know, shrink it. And Uterdon Rex just dies with Sorrow Maiden. Even though I get to level it, it's not worth it. So let's play Leyline Golem in the mid lane. That way you can't play Abyssal Brute to block it. Double Umberclasher, possibly Umberclasher Mastodon. He pretty much just has to suicide his Sorrow Maiden into this Aetherphage. He doesn't have anything that I've seen that can help him do that. Oh, Dire Hound. I completely forgot about that. Which is unfortunate. But I can still play... There's the Abyssal Brute. I can play... I have a couple plays. I can play Lasher, Borean Windweaver to block the Sarvane and kill it. Lasher lives, and so with the Windweaver, which makes him deal an extra card, or put an extra card into killing the Windweaver. I could play Umberclasher to the Mastodon to block here, but the Mastodon dies, so it's not very appealing. I could also just level both Umberclashers, which I don't think is the play, because that's not very strong. So let's just play Umberclasher with Kicker, and then Borean Windweaver to kill a Sorrow Maiden. I could have moved the Leyline Golem out of the way with the Windweaver, but I would have rather killed the Dire Hound. Just more board control. Having a 6/4 is not that important. I'd rather keep his forces at a minimum. Especially since he can Discordant Strike the 6/4, and it just dies and I don't get anything out of it. Especially since Discordant Strike has 2 different modes, he can point at 2 different creatures, which makes it a really effective spell. And if he doesn't kill this Windweaver, my Umberclasher has mobility, so he has to kill the Windweaver. Possibly Discordant Strike minus 4ing the Lasher and minus 4ing the Windweaver, killing the Windweaver and making the Lasher pretty negligible. In which case I would Legion Shard it. But if he doesn't deal anything to the so there's Discordant Strike. And the Zeratzwill, which is like the worst. Ooh, and he pumps his Abyssal Root. I could ignore that Abyssal Root for a while, so that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play Aetherphage, taking Epidemic, and I could play another Aetherphage to level it. I think that's. I think the play between Mastodon and Aetherphage is arguable. You could play Aetherphage to block the Dread Knight, kill it, and level an Aetherphage, which is really good against this deck because he's like mono spells plus zombies. Or I could just block Abyssal Root with Mastodon, which would also be defensible because then it wouldn't get bigger if he draws a level 2 Dread Knight. So I don't want that to happen because I can't really deal with a level 2 Dread Knighted Abyssal Root very easily. So let's just go ahead and kill it now. Well, hopefully he has a weak opening in rank 2, because I don't think I could deal with 2 level 2 creatures, or spells. So level 2's Rats, and Dread Knight. I assume just to level it. What's sweet about this is I get to play Umbra-Clasher. Is Umbra-Clasher better than Uterodon Rex? I don't think so. So I get to play Uterodon Rex, and then I get to Thunderstomp his Dread Knights. That way he can't play his Wrath level 2 Dread Knight to like destroy me. And Uterodon Rex will pump any of the zombies or any of the dinosaurs I draw next turn, which unfortunately didn't draw any. Didn't draw any Leyline Golems either, which would have been really nice, considering he's almost. I mean, he's seen Leyline Golem from my deck, so if I were him, I wouldn't move. But he moved without any reason to last time, so he might just do it again. There's no reason to like move to a space to make me put a 6-4 or an 11-8 since I played one last rank. Like, moving is not very good. Even if you're inching towards just a 4-7, that's not worth it. So he just attacks here. And then I don't know what he does after that. At least I get to kill it with Aetherphage. Don't have a whole lot else to do. Possibly if he blocks my Uterodon Rex with maybe like an Abyssal Brute, I Legion Shard it. That way it makes a 10-13 and kills pretty much anything that it blocks, or it's going to attack into. I think that's a lot better than Thunderstomp or another Uterodon Rex. If he doesn't block it, I'd probably just play Thunderstomp. Maybe Uterodon Rex. Just depends on what he plays. Hopefully he draws like a billion Shadow Smiths, and no Shadeclaw zombies. Because he can draw Shadeclaw. If he draws just Sorrow Maidens and Shadow Smiths, those are cards that don't really do a whole lot on their own, and they're very easy to deal with. Even though they level creatures and like can kill small creatures, that doesn't really matter. He's taking quite a while here. This hand must be either very good or very bad. And he's trying to decide what the worst play is, or like the best worst play. Okay, so he Discordant Strikes my Rex, which doesn't do a whole lot, so it's probably the aforementioned his hand's really bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is Aetherphage, take a look at his hand. He's got his Ratswill, take that, and then I'm going to Thunderstomp his Grimgon Predator. Is that better than Uterodon Rex? Because if I Legion Sharded, it lives with like 6 plus 8, 6 plus 3 is 9, minus 5 is 3, that's not a whole lot. So I guess it's just better. I'd rather have a level 2 Thunderstomp than a large Uterodon Rex on the board. Like, I'll take an 0-3 on the board. He doesn't have his Ratswill in his hand. I just checked. And I'll just replace it next turn. He doesn't have an Epidemic, and he doesn't have a Discordant Strike either. So if he wants to deal with his Aetherphage, he has to deal with it. That made no sense, but that's fine. Ugh, that's unfortunate. So if he has the... I think my play is actually just to ignore them. I'm not going to win any awards trying to block those creatures. And he has so much play around them. Like, if he plays a level 2 Dread Knight, which he still has in his deck, he just, like, destroys my Mastodon if I block it with the Abyssal Root. So we're just going to ignore it. Pretend he just didn't play creatures there. And force him to deal with my stuff. Because his play is, I think, to probably Discordant Strike the Lasher and the Aetherphage, then play a Dread Knight in front of the Lasher. That would probably be his best play. And then I get to Thunderstomp the Dread Knight out of existence. Maybe Windweaver and move something with like the Umber Clasher. Drawing Windweaver is really strong this turn. So another's Wrath, and he shrinks the Lasher, I would imagine. Okay, so what I do is... so this does 8 damage, right? So what I can do is deal 8 to Wrath and 8 to Abyssal Brute. That way Abyssal Brute's at 1 and Wrath's at 2. So I attack him for 4 and then deal 4 to the Abyssal Brute to kill it. And then play Windweaver just to kill his guy. Which sucks, but again, having Wrath, keeping Wrath off the board is really important. And this kills all his creatures. Though, actually, you know what I can do? No. If I move Umber Clasher, it doesn't kill both of his creatures, and I want to kill both of them, so I'll trade an Umber Clasher for 2 creatures. I think that's fine. I think that's more than fine. Level 3 Thunderstomp's pretty nice. It lets me do something since I didn't draw any creatures this hand. Unfortunately, not a whole lot to do with the Thunderstomp, since I don't have any creatures, and he doesn't have any creatures either. Okay, so Thunderstomp's 12 damage. So that's 12 damage on the Abyssal Brute, puts it at 3 health. If he has a Dread Knight, if he plays a spell, I just get to kill the Abyssal Brute for free, which is pretty nice. Though I imagine if he's playing Abyssal Brute, he's going to play another creature. Yeah, okay, so he just has 1 creature. So these 2 trade, and then I get to play an Umber Clasher in the mid lane for maximum mobility. This does 8 damage. So I might as well play this instead of the Thunderstomp level 1, just to get the extra level 3 version of my deck. Windweaver? Nice. And I Windweaver and a Thunderstomp, which gives me pretty good board control. He'd have to play Wrath, and if he plays Wrath and Dread Knight, I don't think he has level 3 Dread Knight, because I don't remember him playing it in rank 2. So pretty much I'm guaranteed to clear his board unless he kills the Umber Clasher like right now, because I don't have a dinosaur in my hand I really want to play. And he didn't kill it, so that's good. So now what I'm gonna do is I guess I just so if I play the Windweaver here and then move no. Yeah. Okay, so what I do is play Windweaver, move my Lasher here, attack him, deal 10 to this Dread Knight, then Thunderstomp his other Dread Knight to kill it. And I don't have another Thunderstomp in my deck, but he doesn't know that, so he has to live in fear. So we've entered the Dinosaurs Are Awesome phase of the game, and the not gonna draw any level 2 or 3 spells phase of the game. That's okay, it's still salvageable if I draw the any of these 3 cards. Or the Blizzard Shaman, I think. Windweaver's still a threat that he has to deal with. And Mastodon's pretty good underleveled since it has 7 power and pumps all your dinosaurs. That's not good. Zeratz's was disgusting at rank 3. That's why Aether Phage is so good in this matchup. Didn't draw any Aether Phages last time, or last rank, so that doesn't do anything. That does actual nothing. He still gets to play a zombie if he wants to, though. So he plays a Zombie Dread Knight level 2 in lane 2. So, what I'm going to do is move this here just to deal 16 to him, because I think that's more important than killing a Shadowsmith or a level 2 Dread Knight. Play an Umber Clasher here, get the kicker, and then Mastodon my Umber Clasher. It still dies, but I get to block both his creatures. And Mastodon even lives from Shadowsmith, which is nice. My next play is pretty much just the Pterodon Rex and Mastodon. Didn't draw any level 3 cards, so I still have those for, rank 4. And I actually have a lot of rank 3 cards, because I played a lot of Thunderstomps that rank. And a level 2 Umber Clasher. So if I can draw Thunderstomps at the rate I have been, please no Dread Knight, please. No, he has a level 1 Dread Knight. Oh, it's the worst. 8 regen on this stupid freaking... okay. That's fine. We're just gonna deal. So I think the play is to play with Pterodon Rex and then Mastodon? I could have played Tremorsaur. Tremorsaur actually might have been the play here, but that has some downsides of leave me pretty far behind if I just whiff. So it's not too appealing. Plus it gets Wrath, it's Wrath level 3, which he has 2 of, I believe? Maybe just 1. Mastodon I could put in the Dread Knight spot or the Varna spot, probably, or the Wrath spot. If I put it on the Dread Knight, it probably dies, unless he has another Dread Knight, which, dealing 7 to the Dread Knight, or the Varna. Wow, I can't speak. So this card has 8 regen, so dealing 7 damage to it doesn't do anything. But killing the Dread Knight does do something, at least. Sweet. Drew an Pterodon Rex and an Umber Clasher, which kills his, I believe it kills his Wrath, because it's only got 17 toughness, or 17 health. And the Pterodon Rex would help me keep it alive. Though, I do not have a Tempest card, so it's kind of a bad lasher. But it's still the best card it's still the most powered card in my hand. Usually, I've only missed on Tempest twice, I think. Last tournament, Ledger told me he didn't miss on Tempest at all, with the Legion Shards and the extra Blizzard Shaman I added, so I don't think Shadowsmith is what he wants to be doing. Shade Claw Zombie, level 1. And, that's unfortunate. So, do I keep taking 14? I think so. Don't really have a whole lot of other options. Blocking the Shadowsmith, and making Umber Clasher gigantic. If he has Discordant Strike, that would be the worst. He doesn't even need to level it. Ooh, Thunderstomp, that's strong. Because I can play the Umber Clasher to eat his Wrath, and then Thunderstomp whatever he plays. Thunderstomp's 12 at rank 3, which is a lot of damage. Kills basically any underleveled card. There's the Discordant Strike, that sucks. Though, it's probably better than Creature at this point, to be honest. Just kidding. It's the best card that he has in his deck. No, not close. Oh, that's good. Not good for me. I'm actually dead, right? Yeah, because if I play Umber Clasher here, it kills this guy. I'd have to Thunderstomp both halves at Varna, or Wrath, and then the Shadow is 6 to me this turn, 6 to me next turn. If I play it here and deal 12 to Varna, or to Wrath, the Wrath kills me. If I play Umber Clasher here and Pterodon Rex here, Wrath kills me. If I play Umber Clasher here, take 6, then play Blizzard Shaman in front of Shadowsmith. My Umber Clasher's dead, so it doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'm dead. Man, that's unfortunate.